Here we're going to take a look at Alex's September 2014 evaluation. Here we're seeing him running full speed, followed by 50% speed. And then finally you'll see here 10% speed with frame by frame breakdown. And we're going to start at the top of the body and work our way down and tell you what we see here. So we're going to stop him about 3 or 4 yards out. And you'll notice here that his elbow is pointed out towards the wall and disconnected from the body. So we want to get him to get that more tucked in so his hand can go hip to pocket and then up to the eye. Now he's unable to really use his upper body the way he should, because with him turning his arms the way he does, his arms come across his body almost like that check on his shirt. Instead of him being able to get full momentum with his arms by driving his hand to his eye, he's having to abbreviate and stop that arm stroke way down below his chin. So we need to get that definitely fixed to help him with his momentum on his upper body. Let's go a little bit more forward here, and you'll notice again, because of his arms being disconnected from his body and because they're coming across his chest, you'll notice now that his chest is actually opening up towards the other wall. You can see how the Nike check is tilted, and then you can also see how his shoulders are up around his chin and then again tilted, and that's because he's getting more of a side-to-side motion versus everything being north and south. So again, we need to get the arms connected to the body in an L shape, hip to pocket, up to the eye, and that's one of the things that we'll be working on with him as we go forward with his training. The next thing is, you'll notice that because of his side-to-side motion, you'll see his balance. That's why that red line signifies it's a little bit off. It's not very bad, but it should be splitting his eyes. Now, his lower body is probably the worst part about him. If you'll notice how his knees, when he runs, they tuck behind the other. I'm going to show you some other things too, but what we've got to get him to do is bring the knee straight forward, straight out, come straight down, and straight back. And he's got a lot of left and right motion with his upper and lower body. We're going to bring you forward a little bit more, and we're going to take a look at probably one of the biggest problems for him. And here it is right here. So you see how his foot is turned out extremely off angle. That creates a lot of pressure on the ankle, the knee, and the hip areas signified by the red circles. That can lead to premature injuries and overuse injuries, and so we want to straighten that out from an injury standpoint, but also a speed standpoint, because it's slowing him down quite a bit to be striking the ground the way he's doing. So that'll be one of the main things that we'll need to work with, and we might even need to schedule some private sessions with him just to work on that particular thing, because lower body is very hard to change, and we'll need to work on that extra hard. His vertical leap, he was able to jump 13 inches. You'll see here him using his upper body as good momentum. I mean, all in all, it's a good leap. We just need to work on his fast twitch muscle fibers and nerves to get him to be a little bit more explosive, which will help him being more explosive on the lacrosse field as well. Again here, standing broad jump, 4 foot 6 inches. And the reason why the vertical and the standing broad jump are so important is because it does measure explosiveness, and that's what we want to have him be really quick. I know he plays attack, so he needs to be able to make a move, make another move, and then shoot. And that's what we're going to work on with him as well, as being very quick and explosive. So those are good measurements for him. Lateral speed, 13 reps. He does okay here. He stays too upright and too tall. He needs to get a better lower center of gravity and not use his chest by bending, but using his legs to bend down. So we'll work on that as well. So all in all, we have a good bit to work on with him. Scores: 21 push-ups, 18 sit-ups, one leg. His balance and his leg strength is weak. We need to work on that. His core is very weak. He was only able to do 29-second plank, which shows you his lower back strength. Vertical leap, 13 inches. Now, obviously, here's what we're looking at: 10-yard, 20-yard, 253, and 401. We'd love to get that 10-yard into the high ones or low twos. And then one thing we need to work on is his flexibility, as he's definitely not as flexible as he should be.
That's not enough.